It's time for Inside the Patch with your Las Vegas Raiders. Here's Gnarley Charley.
Well, here we are back at Inside the Patch, the only Raider fan show probably in the nation at this point, because we are here for our Fresno State Raiders, Davante Adams and Derek Carr. And we are 2-7, and I'm bringing in Brian Noe again, Raider Insider, to hear his insightness.
Yeah, well, I wish I had some positivity for you here, Gnarly, and for everybody listening, but it is what it is. I think we've changed that forearm tattoo of we have to going into the Saints game to it is what it is. It's a 2-7 football team at this stage.
I mean, mathematically, I guess we're still in it, but a lot of things would have to happen, and I don't even know if I want to go through that. You know, I think the world ending is one of the things on the criteria. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, that's maybe where we should go. What is on the list of things the Raiders need to check off to clinch a playoff berth? I think the world ending is on that list. Natural disaster for sure. An earthquake making Las Vegas oceanfront property could probably help. Nuclear war is not out of the question. I mean, I don't know how many teams would still be viable after that point, and how long we have to wait for the air to clear a little bit. But
it's like I think of NASCAR. We need the big one.
Yeah,
we need the big one right here. Right, we're way back in the pack. We need a big wreck in front of us. Cross your fingers, everybody's healthy and safe and all of that. But we need the big one to happen. We kind of days of thunder our way through that mess. We get through it, and we're one of the few cars left standing. We need the big one to happen NFL style.
Well, I don't remember what year it was, but when they had the scab players come in, they went on strike. So let's say there's a big player strike. Scab players want to come play in Vegas. I mean, that's the one team you'd go to. Just a thought.
I like it. Start a strike. Start a strike is on the list of what it will take for the Raiders to get to the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, so okay, what I heard is that they said Josh McDaniels has a 4-year deal. That's the rumor. No one really knows. But he doesn't seem that worried about losing his job. And Mark Davis did come out and say, Josh is doing a great job for us. And everybody went, huh? Huh? And I think if he could have, he might have already fired him after the New Orleans game, but I don't think it's in the cards fiscally. If he's got a 4-year guaranteed deal, he can't afford to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you could afford to do it technically. He's got the money to do it, but he wouldn't want to, you know? Yeah. I think there's a difference. He just wouldn't want to because you still owe John Gruden. And then you would owe Josh McDaniels after year one. I don't think that's likely to happen. I think Derek Carr is gone. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Derek Carr is probably going to be the fall guy because right now the Raiders have the number 2 overall pick. As we speak right now, they've got the number 2 overall pick, and they can get out from his contract. So if Josh McDaniels isn't the fall guy, someone's got to be. And whether it's right or not, if you're sitting there with the top 5 pick, you might very well think, hey, let's start over new with, I don't know, Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, whoever it happens to be, if you are there in the top 5 to get one of those top prospects. Look at who they just lost to. Look at the Colts. Look at what happened with them. It was a chain reaction, right? They initially benched Matt Ryan. Then they fired their offensive coordinator. Then they fired their head coach. Like, it's not going to be a season with the Raiders where Josh McDaniels still has his gig and there aren't massive changes. And so changing Derek Carr might be the one.
I heard 2 rumors that I don't like. One of them is Tom Brady, the connection with Josh McDaniels. And, you know, the Super Bowl is a home game the following year in Las Vegas. And I heard Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers. Talk about going full circle. Aaron Rodgers is a California kid. Aaron Rodgers is not happy in Green Bay. And all of a sudden, whoop, boom, Rodgers and Adams again. And I'm not saying I want this to happen. I'm just saying these are people are talking like this.
Now, you know, if you rewind, you're not in on Tom Brady. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Not a Tom Brady guy?
Well, okay. Tom Brady's sister played softball at Fresno State, and I'm a Raider guy. Okay, if that I'm not going to cheer for it. I'm not going to root for it. If it happens, I'll deal with it, and I will take my lumps and just I'll have to come to terms with the tuck rule and everything. And I don't know. I guess when I saw him go down a water slide and yell, woo! One day I was like, he's not the Raider image guy at all, but bring me a Super Bowl.
I'm going to tell you one thing as your friend, Gnarly.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I don't believe a word of it. I believe you right now heading into week 11 of the 2022 season? If we're heading into week 11 of the 2023 season and the Raiders are 7-2 with Tom Brady, I cannot envision you with your arms folded, scowl on your face. No. Brady guy.
I'm in. I'll take Colin Kaepernick at this point. I don't care. I mean, whoever makes this way, if Brian Noe gets the job as the coach, why not? If Jeff Saturday can do it, Brian Noe can be our coach. That's all I know.
Dude, by the way, I think this is rock bottom. I really do. The whole week, it was nothing but trash talk about the Colts hiring Jeff Saturday. And as I call him, Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
Their offensive play caller, Parks Frazier. And that tandem takes down the Raiders in Vegas. So
I don't understand.
This is rock bottom, is it not?
Yeah, I don't understand how every offensive play is good for 15 yards. Matt Ryan reeled off 60 yards. It took most of the third quarter for the play to end. It was like a 4-minute play, but he ran 60 yards on us. 60, or I don't know the exact number. I know it just took forever. I know it was like I went to the restroom, mowed the lawn, came back, and he was still running. I
think it was a 39-yard run, but still, it did take a day and a half. You're right. Yeah.
I was like, is he still going? He's still going. Oh.
It was like the Energizer Bunny, but instead of like boom, 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 it was more like boom.
Like boom. His battery died.
Boom. It was barely going, but he got there for almost 40 yards. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I was just all right.
By the way, how many rushing yards do you think Matt Ryan has this year? I'm going to look it up real fast.
Well, I'm sure I have no idea. That's got to be career high for him. That run. It had
to be the longest run.
Ever.
They were talking about that. Trent Green was doing the game. And they were doing trivia with Trent Green, like, hey, what's your longest rush ever? He's like, I'm pretty sure I've rushed for longer than 39 yards. And they looked it up. They were like, 24. I think that's 24 yards. But close, Trent.
That's the thing.
He was like, oh, man, that's almost double of my longest rush right there.
The stats still lie.
So I'm doing quick math here.
Okay.
For Matt Ryan, here we go. Game by game. 12 yards rushing. 0, 4, -4, 1, -4, and 2. So let's see. We get rid. He's -1. So if my math is right, he had 11 rushing yards in 7 previous games.
Okay.
And then he rattled off 38 against the Raiders because he must have lost a yard somewhere in there. But yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. I do have some good news for Raider fans that are in the San Joaquin Valley, Fresno, tonight at Club One Casino, the new refurbished Club One. It's Cedar and Ashland. It's the old Sammy Hagar place. We are having a Valley Children's Hospital poker tournament at 6:15. Now, first place is a Derek Carr autographed jersey in the frame, ready to go, and a barbecue, a 3-burner barbecue. That's first place. Second place, Derek Carr autographed helmet.
Wait, before you go any further. I just want to make sure. The barbecue isn't so you can burn the Derek Carr autographed jersey. Is it like that's a coincidence?
That is a coincidence, but it'll be yours to do with what you please.
Okay.
Second place a 58-inch TV, and a Derek Carr autographed football. Now, that would be to watch Derek Carr, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
And third place is one of those cool Coca-Cola, like ice, 80-quart ice, I don't know, ice chest thing, and a Derek Carr autographed football. Now, all that Derek Carr stuff, because Valley Children's Hospital helped his son, are going to be more valuable if he's not on the team next year. I mean, it would be like, this would be the last hurrah. He's not going to be signing a lot more new stuff if he's not on the team. Or it could be, this is the Derek Carr that turned it all around. You know, I don't know.
Look, man, he's a great dude. And he's not as bad as some people make him out to be. I'm not telling you the Raiders are 2-7, first and foremost, because of Derek Carr. I'm just telling you, when you're going to make wholesale changes, you start looking at quarterback, head coach. And if the head coach is going to remain, then it stands to reason that they might look closely at Derek Carr. But look, that's some great swag. Those are great gifts for this tournament tonight. Very nice.
Well, and the reason he's doing it is because he knows it's for Valley Children's Hospital. And there might even be like a Derek Carr autographed tissue for all the tears. I don't know. I just know that it's $100 buy-in tonight. If you want to come by, there's room. It includes dinner, and it's fun. It's helping kids, okay? So you can't go wrong there.
And you know what? If there ever is a time to chase flushes or straights, this is it.
Yeah, there it is. Why not? Why not? Well, another thing I was going to ask you, Brian, I don't know how big you were into break dancing. Was that ever your thing? Did you ever have that giant box that held 84 batteries?
No, never had that. I do like that you didn't know.
Yeah, I did.
Like that this was a legitimate question of.
I don't know if that was ever your game, if your thing, made JV or whatever, but break dancing is in the Olympics this year.
Oh, wow.
Now, when you think about that, that means you got to have judges. There's got to be rules. There's got to be a system, right? So do they have names for all those cool things they used to put the cardboard down? And I think it was a gang thing. It was like, am I breakdancing against you? Like, you go, you bring it, then I bring it, and you bring it, I think.
I just want to know, what is the equivalent in breakdancing to the splash in diving? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meaning, when I'm watching diving, splash is bad. We all know that. They don't want a lot of splash. Like, what is that in breakdancing? What is oh, no, you don't want to do that. That's bad. And then we don't know the intricacies of how they really break down the judging. I want to know what the equivalent of splashing and diving is.
Well, and I think, when you spin and, did you land it? Did you stick it? You got to stick the landing probably.
More like gymnastics.
Yeah. And then when you're going on a head spin, I bet it's, 360, 485. I don't know how many times you can spin on your head.
Mm-hmm.
But those hairdos will come back to give you a little more ground. And then it's straight.
It went from a 360 to a 485.
Yeah, why not?
How do you do a 485?
Just keep going. Keep going.
I know you keep going, but that's very precise of where you end.
It's technical. This is the Olympics. We're not messing around here, Brian. And do they have cool names? And what about that thing? Is it pop? Is popping? That's where you do this. Is that part of it?
I'm still hung up on. You didn't go from like 360. No, let's rewind. 180, 360, 540. You went 180, 360, 485.
Right. I was thinking about breaking in some fractions, or maybe actual, like it's a clock. Like they call this 230. I don't know.
I don't know either. I just picture the commentators breaking it down even more. Oh, it's a 420.5. We're going to get decimal points in there and everything.
And how many times do they use the word bringing it old school? And do the Israelis and the Russians, do they have a breakdance team? They must, right?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing where like table tennis, certain countries dominate certain sports, certain competitions. I wonder who dominates breakdancing. Who's the surprise? Like, whoa, Lithuania, silver medal, nice. Didn't see that coming. I'd like to know who the dark horse in this competition.
Jamaica, Cool Runnings.
Great movie. Awesome.
One of the best. I actually worked in Canada for a while, and that bar called Cowboys it's Calgary, and they have the actual sled hanging up there, the Cool Runnings sled.
That's awesome.
And there was a big scene in there. I mean, but honestly, remember that guy that did the ski jumping, and he wasn't very good, but he was from like a hot Dominican or so. I don't know.
Oh man,
Eddie, something Eddie.
Like Eddie the Eagle.
Eddie the Eagle. I don't remember what country.
Something like that.
But I mean,
he was like a cult hero.
Okay, now, do they have synchronized breakdancing? I mean, could you and I partner up on this?
Sure. How about mixed doubles? You know, can we do that like tennis?
Yeah.
Can we kind of combine football with breakdancing and tennis?
I think so.
I don't know.
Well, and then I think about Michael Jackson beat it. Now that was a gang fight, but I don't know if that was breakdancing necessarily.
That was synchronized team dancing.
Might have been. Yeah. Do you one giant cardboard, or do you put a bunch of little ones in? Think about if it's team, how big is the boombox? It's got to be huge.
By the way, are they doing flag football in the Olympics?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the flags are your own country's flag.
I like that idea.
That's a good idea.
Like, these are sacred flags over here. Your hips better not lie.
Don't let him grab it.
You know?
I mean, I never really understood where they got, hey, let's do some cross-country skiing and shooting together. So it's kind of like, what about pinball? I could probably make the pinball team. You know,
I just wonder how far they're going to take this. You know what I mean? Like, at some point, we can't get away from the core, like the hardcore, like the javelin, the discus. Yeah. You know, this is the Olympics over here. I don't know. Breakdancing, I'll watch, but
cornhole.
How far are we going to go?
Cornhole's next. I guarantee cornhole. I guarantee it. You know, I'm qualifying for the cornhole team. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but you know, they say horseshoes is cornhole for men is what I've always heard. Now I don't know if that's.
I like that.
Has horseshoes ever been an exhibition? See, I think is it an exhibition sport when they do it like this?
I don't know. I don't know what it's classified as, but great competition. I don't know if you'd call it a sport, whatever. That's a whole different.
Okay, if breakdance can be in, then why not beer pong? Why not all the party games? Why not
the video game where you have the little platform at the bottom of the screen?
Oh yeah. Is
that just Pong? And
no,
you have the little ball.
Pong was back and forth. That was like some other breakout thing or something. Old school video games. You know, have they ever had like, I don't know, Monopoly? Could you do Monopoly?
I don't think so, man. I would hope not. There's nothing athletic there. Nothing.
No, that's true. I don't know. I just like it's. I would like to see cornhole, all the bar games, shuffleboard, cornhole, darts.
Like we can't bring the Ocho, you know, where they do ESPN 8.
Yeah.
We can't bring the Ocho right over to the Olympics. You know, like let's keep the Ocho with the Ocho. Let's keep the Olympics with the Olympics is what I say.
Yeah, I'm on the Connect 4 team or lawn darts. I mean, what's that?
Yeah, it's Ocho over. It's the door to the right, but the Olympics is over to the left. You take the Ocho to the right over there.
Miniature golf. The anthill. I would have won a gold medal and a snow cone, but I missed the anthill.
Some of those dudes are real pros at miniature golf. It's crazy. I've seen that on TV before.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I was watching. It was years ago. But these dudes are literally hole in one every single time. And it's the most random hole. You would think it's just luck sometimes. I don't know. They figure it out. It's crazy. I'm
using the orange ball. I've had a lot of luck with it. And this crappy putter that has been stained by the blue water. But I'm going to use it. I don't care. All right. So the Olympic thing, maybe we need to bring break dancing into the Raider locker room just to kind of fire up the team. By the way,
with the Raiders, which players do you think would excel at certain Olympic sports?
Crosby breakdancing. He's got an engine. He's running. I could see him doing it.
They call him the Condor, with those big arms.
Yeah.
And it might look kind of cool while he's breakdancing with that wingspan.
Well, Carlson, our punter, he could be on the volleyball team. He's like 6'12" or 7'4". I don't know. But you need to kick, so maybe Australian rules football. I don't even know if that's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. There's got to be someone for the hammer throw.
Yeah.
Somebody just excel at. Maybe Chandler Jones. Maybe he's good for something. I don't know.
Yeah, because I think I don't see him staying around. Do you see him be on the Raiders next year?
Man, I don't know contractually what it would cost them in dead money to get out from under that, but man, what a colossal bust that has been.
Oh, the whole thing. I'm just trying to keep my head up. I'm still a Raider fan. Brady is a Raider. I guess I'm still a Raider fan. That would be the ultimate test because I just don't want
I love how awful this season has been. And this rumor that the GOAT, the 7-time Super Bowl champion, Tom Brady, could somehow, some way end up in Vegas. And your initial reaction is, oh, gosh.
No.
I want no part of that.
He's single. There's no women in Vegas. Oh, yeah, there are. And I could just see it. There's golf and casino. Oh, yeah. I am no way saying that this is happening. Please do not hold us responsible. I'm just saying these are some of the rumors I've heard. So
between Brady and Rodgers, you want Rodgers more?
Only because of Devontae, and only because I think he's a California guy. Oh, Brady is too, I guess. I don't know. I like his arrogance.
Okay, Brady, Rodgers, Carr, or rookie quarterback, like high draft pick.
I want Carr, but I am biased. Derek Carr's been on the show a few times. I have a personal friendship with him. I'm Carr all the way.
Yeah.
Now, if you said David Carr, I might go another direction. But
you're ridiculous.
I know.
What am I going to do?
It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Think with your heart. I can't blame you too much for that. But
that's why I'm the worst fantasy football player of all time.
This guy was on the show once. Yeah, but Gnarley, he's no good anymore. I don't care. I don't care. My guy.
Hey, I'm committed to it. All right, we're gonna let this simmer. There is a chance we're 3-7 next week.
There is a chance.
Playing Denver.
Yeah, playing Denver on the road. Points should be hard to come by, I would imagine. Denver's got a good defense and a horrible offense.
But think about this. With that kind of atmosphere, I bet Carlson's punt could go really high. I bet we could have a record height break right there.
You could say if we were in Dallas here, that would have gone through the scoreboard or the Jumbotron, whatever that thing is.
I always feel bad, too. Like, he'll hit a great punt, and he's all jacked up. And everybody's like, yeah, great, dude, we're punted. No one's happy. No one's like, way to get us right back to them. There's no happiness.
It's a good observation. I think you got to be a winning football team. You definitely have to have a winning record. You might only have a couple of losses where you get really, really excited routinely about punts. You can't have a losing record and have the team get excited at all about punts.
No,
not gonna happen.
All right, well, we're gonna leave. We're gonna let this baste. We're gonna let this simmer a little bit.
Yeah,
we're gonna come back with a win against the Broncos, possibly. If we don't, who knows what we're gonna talk about next week? But,
you're already starting to hear the anarchy, right? It was Derek Carr. It was Devontae calling out some of their teammates for not caring enough. Imagine if this sinks to 2-8 after losing to a divisional rival on Sunday.
I'm thinking about instituting where you get to vote off a player every week. The team. They do.
I like it.
We just get to vote them off. Sorry. The tribe has spoken, and your heart's not in it. See you later.
Survival style. The extinguisher of the flame. Like, you got to go.
Al Davis, little flames. I think that's it.
We have alliances. Yeah, I think Raider Survivor is the way to go with this.
You can lie. You can find an idol. You can find an idol somewhere in the locker room. It can't be worse. It can't be worse. So,
or Raider Temptation Island. We got to dress this season up somehow, right? 2-7 isn't cutting it. So Raider Survivor, Raider Temptation Island, something. We got to implement something here.
Maybe we start doing some pranks, like Ashton Kutcher, just did. Like we go Globetrotters, confetti bucket, the car, rubber band football, throw it and it comes back. Whoop! Psych. What else?
That's right. Yes, the water bucket. Maybe that's what will happen if they win against the Broncos. They'll act like they're giving the Gatorade bucket to McDaniels, and it's just going to be paper.
Confetti.
Yeah, confetti.
And a large referee that turns his head at the wrong time, and just shenanigans going on behind him. I like that.
I like your idea, probably the best. Although I am partial to Raider Temptation Island.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good, but Raiders meet Globetrotters. I think that has some potential to add some pizzazz to this season.
If we're only playing the Washington Generals, it would be perfect.
The problem
we are the Washington Generals of the NFL. I know.
The joke's on us when the Raiders are the Washington Generals.
All right, Brian, I'll see you next week. Always a pleasure, man.
Good hanging with you, Gnarly. Catch you later, man. Chase those flushes and straights tonight.
Oh, yeah. Go. Valley Children's Hospital wins no matter what, so you can't beat that. All right. Thanks, Brian.
We'll be back with more Inside the Patch on 1430 ESPN, your official home of the Las Vegas Raiders.